Hey, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. It's Monday at 7 o'clock. Football for JV and freshmen is over, so I'm not working games late. So I'm going to go back to doing my videos at 7 on Monday nights. A little bit earlier for me, and works out a little bit better. So I'm hoping several of you will be able to join me on Mondays at 7 now. Time change, I don't know, I like this one. I love that extra hour on Saturday night. How about you guys? I don't have my phone right now. I let Kent borrow it, so I may have trouble seeing comments. Let's see if I can get them to show. I have trouble seeing that comments. Now I get an echo. Hang on. Let's see if I can get them to show. Now I get an echo. Hang on. All right, there we go. All right, so he'll bring me my phone here hopefully in a few minutes. When he does that, I'll check on comments. So hoping nothing major happens while I'm trying to make my card for you tonight. So, and I'm seeing a shiny glare there. All right, I am going to flip the camera around here so we can get started. All right. So I wanted to real quick talk about my November events here. Christmas Card Buffet is on Saturday, November 18th. I only have 1 or 2 spots left. So if you're thinking about coming, you need to reach out to me so you get your spot saved. Kent brought me my phone, so I'm checking comments here. Oh, good, Trish. Thanks for letting me know that you're on, and thanks for saying hello. So that is going to be November 18th. If you RSVP by the 10th, which is this week, you'll get to make 8 cards instead of 7 for the $30 fee. We're going to have snacks. We're going to have table treats. We're just going to have a great time. I think I counted up, and there's over, I want to say 15 card designs, and you'll get to pick which 7 or 8 that you make. So providing you a lot of opportunities to choose which ones you want to make. Kitten Cup is November 14th, which is the Tuesday before Christmas Card Buffet, and Croppin' Cup is November 18th. So I have been posting that stuff on my Facebook page and sending out emails, but I just thought I'd have this here for you to see real quick those dates. All right, and as always, host code. If you're ordering under 150 and would be willing to use this host code, it helps me get supplies so that I can do my videos and stuff and have merchandise for classes and stuff. So let me show you the stamp set that we're using tonight. We're using Christmas Classics. And I have to admit, when I first looked at this, I thought, oh, I don't know. I'm going to be able to come up with ideas with this set. And I have to tell you, I love it, especially the dies. The dies are incredible. So here they are. This one here is just awesome. We're going to use it on the card tonight. And I did that in shaded spruce. Then it's got this long one where this fits inside there. This square fits inside here. And then we've got leaves, and you can cut out your berries and the leaves for the berries, and then just some patterns to kind of add dimension to your paper. So this bundle is in the September to December catalog, and I can't believe we're already in November. This catalog's just going way too quick. All right, let me show you your pieces. I needed a 4x4 square to cut this piece out, so it's a pretty good size. This piece that goes in here is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and for the project tonight we're going to need 2 of them. This piece here is 2 3/4 by 4. We need 2 of this one. It's 2 1.5 inches. 2 1/4 by 3 1/2 for this piece. 3 3/4 by 2.5. For this piece, this is the Joy of Christmas Designer Series paper. It's been real popular this year. We've had, I believe it went out of stock and it's back in stock now. And then our 1 3/4 by 4.5, and it's scored at a 1/2 inch over here. 4 and 5 1/4 cherry cobbler. This is Old Olive, and the Designer Series paper is all from Joy of Christmas. And then this is the white cardstock scored 5.5 by 8.5. So let's get started. So this piece here, normally this would all be included here, but I measured 3 inches. So let me show you how I did this. So you might notice I have this lovely Band-Aid on my finger, and that is because I put a new cutting blade in my cutter and accidentally poked my finger, and it does draw blood, so you have to be careful with that. All right, so it's 5.5 by 8.5. So the first thing I did was I put it in here and I scored it at 4 1/4, like we always do. Then I turned it and I measured 3 inches, and I cut from the edge up to the score line. Then I turned it and I cut from that line here over here to cut this piece off. Now the cool thing is then I cut this piece out of that section, so I only had to use a normal card base, and it provided the extra piece here that we needed. All right. So this card design I got from Kit Bostrom, and I love it. I just think it is so cool. I hosted a demonstrator meeting, or helped host, I should say, with a couple other gals last weekend. And this was my make and take for everybody. And when Kit did it, she did a fall design, but I wanted to do a Christmas card. So I grabbed the Christmas Classic and the Joy of Christmas DSP. I love this paper because it's got Old Olive, it's got the shaded spruce. Some of the paper has real red, some of it has cherry cobbler. Then it also, I believe it has garden green. I'm not positive on that. I know it has the other two. Let me show you this. I forgot to show you. So here's the stamps, and then here's the dice cut out. And then you can see how the layers go together. This would go up on here. The piece on earth goes there. Got your berries. And then, of course, you can put your berries by that leaf. So I really like this set. I think it's really pretty. All right, so we're going to take these first 2 layers. So I took the shaded spruce and the Joy of Christmas, and I'm going to mount that on this top section here. We had a great time at this meeting, but I had to have everything for, let's see, how many were there? There were, I think I had to have enough for 12 people to craft all at the same time. So I had to borrow some stamp sets, and it all worked out. But you kind of have to think ahead when you're doing that. Okay, so I'm taking this piece here and I'm folding the score back, because we're going to hook that score piece right in the middle here. I'm going to lay it like this, put some adhesive in there, and fold it over. If you really want an actual factual, you could measure here. I'm not happy with that. Let's see if we can slide it down just a little bit. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this on the inside of the card base. This card will also be one of the cards that you can make at the buffet. I have to tell you, I surprised my mom. She has offered to hold my Christmas card classes this fall. And when I scheduled the November one, failed to tell her when it was. So she was actually watching the video last week, I think it was. And found out she's hosting one, which she very graciously agreed to do. But so it'll be in Bonner. The nice thing is you won't have to climb a lot of stairs like you do when you come to my classes here. All right, so you'll notice I took one of the strips here and I've attached it so it's got that nice border right there. All right, now you could waste paper if you wanted to and do this whole strip, but I didn't see a reason to do that because this piece is going to cover it up. And when I laid it on here, I told people at the meeting, you kind of want the edges of your square to just kind of be touching the top and the bottom. Now you do need to be careful where you put your adhesive because you don't want to seal your card up. So I just put it on the white section there. And then we're going to add this layer. All right. Now we're going to do some stamping. These are photopolymer, so I need my foam mat. And all my foam mats were boxed up. So I grabbed, here we go. All right, so again, the colors I'm using are cherry cobbler, old olive, and shaded spruce. And I'm going to use the cherry cobbler and the shaded spruce for this first part. I found that it was smarter to do the greenery and the dots first, because if I did the saying first, I had a tendency to put the saying a little too high, and then my berries and my leaves didn't fit. And I need to do that on both pieces. There it is. I'm going to do the same thing here. And you can tell I had 40-some people stamp. It looks like I need to re-ink my cherry cobbler. It's looking a little sad there. All right, so on the first one, hey Jennifer, glad you're joining tonight. I'm hoping this earlier time will work better for people. I know 8 o'clock got to be a little late. All right, so you can see my piece on earth fits underneath there. And then I'm going to use Tidings of Comfort and Joy for the other piece. There we go. And grab my chamois here. We had a great time at Kitten Cup a couple weeks ago. We had some new people come craft with us, which is always fun. And you know me, I love to teach people about crafting and stamping. And so if you have somebody that you think would enjoy crafting with us, please invite them to Kitten Cup so that they can attend with us. I'm looking for my Merry Christmas. I put it on blocks. Must have. Good thing I borrowed a set from one of my team members. So Cheryl, thank you very much. I'm going to have to borrow it right now. You can tell which ones we used in the class. They're all red. All right. I wanted to put Merry Christmas on the inside. And of course, you can do it one of two ways. You can put them on the same block, or you can put them on separate blocks. Probably for me, it's easier to put them on separate, but that's up to you. I'm going to take this piece of old olive and stamp Merry Christmas on it. I think I did red. Once I went live, I realized I did not pick up a completed card. So we're going off my memory. So hopefully my memory is good today. Should have checked this ink pad before I started. Merry Christmas, like that. I might take this opportunity real quick to show you how to re-ink an ink pad, just because sometimes I forget that some of you haven't seen that before. Let me grab a spoon. I always use plastic spoons. And I was telling a customer this week, I always, when I buy an ink pad, in that same order, I order the refill bottle, because you don't want to come like tonight and be realizing you need to re-ink and you can't because you don't have a re-ink bottle. And yes, I speak from experience. So as you can see, I just put a bunch of dots on there, and then I take a plastic spoon and just do circles to mix it all in, because you don't want those dots. You want it to be smeared around. And my customers and team members that come to class will tell you I have a tendency to always put way too much ink. So I'm always hesitant to do this, especially right before a class. The nice thing is that if you do too much ink, what you can do is take and clear a spot. It's going to wipe it out of the way. And you can have people just ink in that one place. And then as the ink gets used up, you can spread the ink around. All right, so just to show you how much better that looks. And then you just take this, wash it in the sink. I'm going to redo this one just to show you how much better it will look when you re-ink it. Actually, I'm going to do this one. This was the one I was least happy with. All right. So I'm going to do Peace on Earth. Look how much better that looks. So much better. And I don't go through the refill bottles very quickly. And as a crafter, instead of teaching classes like I do, you would have a long time before you use up a bottle. Now, see what happened when I did this first? I didn't get that high enough. So we're going to go back to this side. And then I smeared it. That little thumb is giving me grief where I had the Band-Aid on there. So I'm going to quick grab one more. I had a few extra kits at the class. I thought I did. One more square here. This was supposed to be quick to show you how quickly you can make this one. Kind of failing on that part. All right, so we're going to ink up like this. And then my berries. Oh, look how much better that looks. Amazing what a little bit of ink from an ink bottle will do. Ah, so much better. All right, there we go. All right, and if you already knew how to ink up your thing, hopefully that was a little refresher for you. If it was new, hopefully now you know how to do that. All right, and I think that's all our stamping, so I'm going to close these back up. Bring our card back in. That ink bottle is just about out. I know I've had it for a long time. All right. I'm going to adhere this. And I didn't like how the leaves were open and everything else was filled in. So I grabbed a green pencil and I just lightly colored, kind of fill it in. And what's neat is it kind of looks just like the pattern paper, which I really like. Until this pencil got sharpened, it's got a sharper tip on it. All right. Then the tidings next. And we're going to take this last piece of designer series paper, and it's going to go right there. So I hope you have started figuring out what you're going to use for your Christmas cards this year. I know I need to start working on mine. I love, love, love some of the papers and the stamp sets this year. I'm going to have a hard time deciding which one to do. All right. Then the Merry Christmas piece is going to go underneath here. So tomorrow we have a group of online exclusive products that will be available for everyone. A few of the items we were able to pre-order in October, but there's some items we haven't even seen yet. So we're all excited to see that tomorrow. I will be putting an order in. So if you want to add to my order, if you don't have, no, you need about $75 worth, I guess, to for the shipping, since shipping's always $7.95. Let me know. You can add yours to my order, and I'll save you on the shipping. There's some beautiful paper. I'm gonna try to show it to you here at the end. All right, so fill that in. So here's your card. So the person gets it. It opens like this, and then like that. Isn't that fun? I love this design. Thanks to Kit for sharing it with me and everyone. Let me show you this paper. This is some of the online exclusive that'll be available tomorrow. Look at that. Now the back sides are even floral, and the lady that painted these actually painted them on a small canvas, and then they enlarged them for our paper. This is 6x6 paper. You'll get 4 of each pattern. So there's 48 sheets in here. I have the feeling this paper is going to go fast. So if you want some, you see it tonight and you like it, you might want to let me know, and I'll put that order in first thing in the morning. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? The colors on it are just so vibrant. And she included balmy blue, blueberry bushel, cherry cobbler, crushed curry, fresh freesia, garden green, granny apple green, highland heather, lemon lime twist, melon mamba, night of navy, orchid oasis, pecan pie, petal peak, pumpkin pie, and shaded spruce. So a bunch of different colors in the paper. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to show you some projects with it. But I don't like to show you products until you can order them. So I'm only doing it a day early this time. So if you like that paper, let me know and I'll order some for you tomorrow. All right, so here's this design. Remember, the online exclusive starts tomorrow. My Christmas card buffet, RSVP by the 10th. If you want to get that 8th card, a free card for the class. And if you're worried about stairs, there's one step up onto mom's porch and then one step into the house. Kitten Cup is next Tuesday, the 14th. And then Crop and Cup is the last Thursday of the month after Thanksgiving. I can't believe we're celebrating Thanksgiving already, so close. All right, so here's my card. Hope you enjoy it. It will be one of the cards at the Christmas card buffet. Thanks for joining me tonight. I will see you next Monday night at 7 o'clock. Thanks for joining me.